ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video on my channel. I am Callum of Malta, and today you're going to see the highlights of my AOR race around the Canadian circuit, or the Shield de or the Circuit de Shield Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada. As you can see, we're going through the last turn right here. This is not my fastest lap because I normally record my last runs, and as you'll see, I do invalidate this lap, but going into the race, I was looking at the strategy that we're going to do for this race, and it was a dry quali and a wet session, a wet race session. So basically, I was just trying to go out on the fastest tire, the hypersoft. You can do a hypersoft to super soft run on this track anyway, but I wasn't going to take any chances with that one. And you can see I'm a few tenths up, I think about 4 tenths up here. And this is the part where I bust it here. I go into this corner, I take it too far, as I was going to run wide into the wall if I tried it, because I was running 6 ballast. I go to complete a lap anyway, because, you know, why not? You know, it was a decent lap. I thought it would have probably got me around P10, around there, which would have put me up in the positions. As you see, we're at P13 right now, and that's where we do start, which is last in the grid. Considering it's a wet session, that's not the worst. It could be much worse. That's what I was thinking in my head when doing this, going through the last corner right there. We do quite well actually there to not corner cut even further. Obviously we have got the invalidation, but there's a solid lap, which is unfortunate we did invalidate it in the first place. As you can see, going on to the start of the race, it was not heavy, but it was enough intermediates. As Jeff is telling us to keep on the lights, we're going to see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix there. We get a moderately good start compared to Amaze ahead of us, but then we do back off because I don't want to go down the inside and potentially lose my wing on Giant. And in this, Giant does lose his wing on the back of Shmuel Heskey, if you saw up ahead there. But the spray, as you can see, it was really distracting for me when I was racing, and even looking back now I can see it's really distracting. But Giant right there up ahead has got a bit of wing damage, so we're going to have to try and get past him. But we've had it was a very shaky start. I'm just trying to get used to conditions. Obviously, we haven't done a wet session so far in AOR, and considering I hadn't really done much practice at all in this game in the wet, I was very shaky. As you can see, look at the throttle. I'm trying not to lose the back end there. I felt my setup was quite based around the dry. It was interesting, just to say the least, going around here, as I almost got plowing into the back of the Ferrari there. But yeah, coming to the end of this lap, I'm surprised I didn't lose it like, you know, earlier on in the lap. But you see there, Giant goes down the inside and Minty tries it, and we almost go past him there. But we're trying just to consolidate ourselves right now. It's what we need to do. Obviously, as you can see, the rain is pouring right down here. We're on the pads, so we're going to have a bit better traction. It's one thing pads always known to be better on this game. As you can see here, coming to the last corner, Mighty Dylan and Stewie have been caught up in an incident. Also, I learned that Sebro ahead, as you can see there, he got involved as well. But what happened is Dylan lost it into the barrier there, and he left the session afterwards. I mean, my teammate, you know, after the highs of Monaco, he's really not a good one there. And Stewie as well, one of the championship contenders, has, you know, had faced an early setback, and surely was he's going to have to pit there, get onto a fresh set of inters. But that's not good for his championship. There's a Jackstop ahead, I think he's in P2 at this point, is really right on the back of Maestro, and they're going to fly away. You'll see him later in the race. But you know, as Sebro there, he lets me through. I think we're in the same party, me, him, and Giant. He lets us through because he's got red wing. He was going to just hold us up, but that puts us up into P10. You know, I didn't think I was going to be in the points this early on in the race. You see, it's lap 2. However, I'm still just I didn't want to drop it because it was very. I tell you now, for me, it was very hard just to keep the car from the back end from just losing. As I will see it in a few seconds' time, I had a bit of a scare, but yeah, lap 2 ended up into P10. That's not a bad start, really. So we're going to go on to the clip now, I think, as Jackson sets the fastest lap. But yeah, as you can see, we're coming on to it. We're lap 3, and Giant ahead of us is losing the back end. We almost lose the back end as well. Coming out of it, that was a very, very convenient time for both of us. Sorry. And yeah, going on to the back straight now. That was interesting. But now we're all lap 4. We're all over the back of Giant, and you can see how the front wing damage is affecting him. But yeah, Shamil and Minty ahead had a bit of a collision. They were extremely ahead of us. So now we're in the battle for P6, because I think the Humperdinck had to pit behind us. You can see we're up into P9. But yeah, while Shamil and Minty were battling, so put me and myself and Giant in potential to get up into the higher point positions, and I try going on the outside of Giant here. This is a very deep move from me. Can I make it stick? No, I go for the cutback here, and I tag Giant there. I was very lucky not to send him round. But at this point, he said to me that he was going to let me through. I think you'll see here that it goes into none. It was a bit of, he didn't have to do that, you know. I told him that I didn't think that was probably the best thing for him, because I'd prefer to battle for it than him let me through and then me be a bit slow. And just coming out of this, I almost used the back end to go into the wall there. Very careful not to hit the wall there, but luckily not getting any wing damage. But yeah, as you can see here, carrying on to lap 6, we are losing time to Minty. It's lap 1.3 to 1.5. Now carrying on to lap 7, and lap 6 here, lap 7, 1.1. So we've gained a little bit on Minty, but on to lap 10 right here. And you're going to see a few people coming into the pits. You can see on the mini map, I think, I believe this might be a few people coming to the pits. We're on to lap 10, lap 11. But at this point, I was looking at my tyres, and my tyres were a bit dead. So, you know, I was surprised I'd taken them as long as I did, to get a penalty. But Minty up ahead has he cut the last chicane, and that's gained me a few penalties. You see that? I'm only 2 tenths behind him, and potentially could be going for a move here as we're going to cut him later into the lap. You see we've a second gap to him now, so I've lost a lot of time, which shows my inability to really do well in the wet. But now the Humperdinck is right behind us, as I was saying. Pardon me, but yeah, I was looking at my tyres now, and I'm 50%. I see people going into the pits right now. I think Maestro came to the pits, who was one of the leaders. It was a really bad mistake by him. But then again, say about me these mistakes, I just made a huge one. I let the Humperdinck through there. It was a pretty bad mistake to make on the last corner. But we get put up to lap into P7 because Beats did pit, and so is Shamil Heskey. So both of those are trying to do the 2-stop now. And we're going to cut into lap 14 here, where I'm just checking my tyres again. They're now into 59%, which is it's surprising that I actually kept it that long. Being on the pad, the tyre weight is quite horrendous, and the back end you can see now is sliding out. But yeah, we're going to come into the pits at the end of lap 15 right here. We're going to take another set of inters. Another set of inters, 20 laps now. We've got to take them 20 laps. But yeah, coming onto this lap here, I was pushing as hard as I can. But you can see we've got Giant behind, so he has to do I think he's doing about a 10-second pit, so he's got a wing damage. But yeah, as you said, flicking up on there was the Humperdinck. He retired from the session as he'd bottled it where Mighty Dylan had. As I'm going to come here, coming out of the pits, we're going to come out side by side with Seabo right here. But he said to me in the party, he's going to let me through there. Honestly, he didn't have to do that, but he did. I feel because he did in the 2-stop as well. He's going to have to pit. He wanted me to chase down Stewie, but that was ultimately not going to be the case. As Stewie is one of the fastest drivers in this league, if not the fastest. And we'll come on to, I think, lap 29 here. As you can see, we've moved up a few positions from people pitting again. Stewie now, he's pitted one more time, and he's already gained on me. I'm in P6 here, you know, the highs of P6. And at this point I was ecstatic. I just thought to myself, do I want to battle Stewie? Is it going to help me in any kind of way? And I came to the conclusion it really wasn't going to help me. So as you can see, Maestro's fast up. He's doing it most of the race really. As you can see, it's popping up through his tyres. But here, I go into none, I go into lean, and I let Stewie through. I just wanted to get his DRS, his slipstream, sorry, for the next few laps, just so I can pull away from Giant. If he had no penalties, I didn't know if he had any penalties. He was keeping that quiet, the Ferrari driver was. But yeah, we get a shocking run out of there, and then coming on to lap 30, we get another time penalty as well. I think that's our third time penalty. compared to what we had behind. And see, Stewie has pulled out 1.5 seconds already on us after passing us, which shows how slow we were. We're going to come on to lap 34 here as well, as we're passing Dylan's back marker car. Obviously, it was pretty bad for him that he left the session in lap 1. But you can see with P7 right now, this is a really good point position. Potentially, we get our second consecutive point position. We're going to come into the last lap here, and we're going to take you through the last lap. But as you can see, I'm sliding through the corners everywhere, going into second gear, just trying not to bottle this. I had a 3-second gap to Giant, but he had to basically gain 2 tenths on me to get P7. At this point, I was just pushing my highs as hard as I could without facing the wrong way, and we're only a few tenths behind our top time. But yeah, throughout this map, it was just really sweaty and tense. I was just there. As I put it into overtake, I'm just trying to play all around with a few things, trying to get the best out of the car. Going through this corner right here, as you can see, the Jackster's won the race here. Yeah, he did a very good one-stop. He hit on the same lap where I did. You see, he's got about a 40-second gap to me. He shows how he was out as well in this race. And Maestro, who was in second, he was putting fast laps, as you can see, but he came through for P2. He was quite far, but he wasn't that far behind Jackster. Shows how much pace he had to play the wrong strategy. But here, we're just pushing the car as fast as we could, as much as we can. We try and fly through this last chicane, but we don't. But we're going to come across the line here. We've got to wait a little second. But this is our second points of the season, and it's P7 for us. As you can see, you know, it was very, very good for us. We got P7 right there, and I am, I'm ecstatic seeing this. But I can tell you, I was incredibly animated in the party when I was just saying, yes, get in there. You know, it's my second point for this second point of the season after the P9 in Monaco, P7 in in Canada. But as you can see, we're going to go to the results screen right here. But yeah, that has been Canada, season 16 Canada for F5, P7. That's a very good result there. I believe the next one is France, and it's one of the tracks that I'm kind of all right at. But yeah, that has been my highlights for Canada. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I've been a bit ill, so sorry about the commentary. It's I just had a bit of a cough. But yeah, see you guys next week.